This week on Coming Attractions, we get the first reveal of the Spider-Man suit, plus King of the Hill returns for a 14th season. These headlines and more. Stay tuned. Welcome, folks, to Coming Attraction, the Morgue's weekly news show where we dissect the latest and greatest in the world of entertainment. And I am Arturo Padilla, your host, and with me always is Mr. Nick Valdez. Tex, how's it going, buddy?
Howdy, everybody. Howdy, Arturo. We have a busy week here at Coming Attractions. Just lots of stuff we want to tackle in general. We Fantastic Four First Steps came out, some time ago, and the Marvel hype train, is it kind of coming back? I don't know. It's really tough, right? Because
It's
it's
there.
like,
It's bit by
right,
bit.
right,
Unfortunately, Fantastic Four had a huge drop in the box office for its second week,
yes,
so that is a little concerning. But I think overall, I think the Marvel train is chugging along, right? And this is exactly what they needed to kind of keep that fire going, right? All this Spider-Man news.
yes, that's exactly what I was gonna say. I was like, it's almost as if so Spider-Man Brand New Day has officially started filming, and because it's not on a soundstage, it's all kind of like in the open. And so with that, they when they started production, they officially revealed the suit,
Yep.
and it looks great. Like it's basically like comic Spider-Man, right? Like
Yes.
it's the full-on suit that uh it's different from the one at the end of hang
Of
on,
No Way Home.
but yes. My bad. My bad. I blanked on it. So yeah, it definitely seems different than the one from No Way Home, but also it still kind of looks like he made it, right? Like
Yes.
that's the big thing.
Yes, it's a very practical looking suit. We're used to our superhero suits having all these like compartments and stitches and different layers and stuff like that. But this one is just
Yes.
like just full on one piece Spider-Man suit. The spider has been elongated and made a lot bigger. And as you guys can see in this picture, the shooters, right? The practical web
Yeah.
shooters. Like, I love this costume. The suit looks real good. It's going to look good on screen too. Nice and basic. I think this is the way we need to go, right? Because at the end of No Way Home, we left Peter Parker kind of all alone and wearing this really cool looking bright red and blue suit. So I'm glad they're
Yes.
bringing that look back for this one. But Tex, I'm stoked, bro. I'm excited about this one. I'm glad that Tom Holland is coming back. It's good to see continuity in our heroes, right? It's good
Yes.
to see
Yes.
the Spider-Man being the same guy after 3 movies. So I'm really excited
Yeah.
about that. I do like Tom
Yeah.
Holland too as Spider-Man.
I know, because it's like, yeah, we got Ant-Man 3 and we got Thor 4 and Loki season 2, and it's like, yeah, it's good to see all these people like continuing with their characters, right? But then there's something about Spider-Man, and it's like, yo, like we're getting a fourth Spider-Man with Tom Holland. And like, so early reports are already saying that John Bernthal's in it as the Punisher. They're saying that the
Yep.
Hulk has like a role in the story. I think they
That's
even
exciting.
Yeah, I think they even went outright and said Mark Ruffalo as Hulk.
Yes.
I don't know what that means. Like, I don't know if that's like a good thing or a bad thing, because parts of us have always wanted, like, yeah, we just want like a street Spider-Man story, right? Like, not, and
Yeah.
this is coming in between all the Doomsday stuff, and it's like, oh, is he gonna is it just gonna not be a Spider-Man movie again? But like at the same time, like this is Spider-Man,
Yeah.
like he
Yes.
deals with that stuff. Like, yeah, yes, it's always been wild to see, like, oh, I wish we had, like, yeah, like I wish it were just like Craven hunting him or something, right? Like a smaller
Oh,
story, but that's
R.I.P.
also
Craven. I miss you every day.
yeah, I know.
I
Aaron
actually
Taylor
like Craven,
Johnson.
man. Like, it would
Yo,
have been dope to see Craven in that environment. Aaron Taylor
yeah,
Johnson did a great job with that. Go check out that review for
yeah.
Craven, folks. We actually enjoyed
Yeah.
that movie.
Yeah, he was totally robbed. But this is all to say, like, I'm excited. I wonder, what this new Peter Parker is going to be like,
Yeah.
what kind of people are in his life, because yes, he did start over, and that's the important thing. Like this is his
Yes.
origin. How long has it been since then? Like,
Mhm.
in Fantastic Four, they start out with that montage of like
Yes.
introducing all of them while doing action stuff. I kind of want them to do that with Spider-Man. Like, just do a montage of him beating like a new version of Rhino, and bring back do Scorpion, and like do like I don't just throw a bunch of random villains. He's got a ton. Just
Yeah.
fight at the beginning, right? And like,
It's a great idea too, because like you can like, as you mentioned in Fantastic Four, that they did this awesome little montage in the beginning that showed you all their little adventures leading up to the story of the movie. And I think Tex, that's a
yes,
great idea because it's been a long time since No Way Home, honestly, right? And
yeah,
Marvel's changed. We don't know how the universe has changed, right?
yeah,
And speaking of the street heroes, I think adding Punisher in any aspect will kind of ground the hero a little bit because Punisher is that kind of guy, right?
yeah,
He's the shoot 'em up guy. He's the bullet guy. Hulk being in there is interesting, but it's also a ground level hero too. Yes, Hulk was an Avenger, so it's dope that the another Avenger is in the movie, and I'm glad that they stuck with Mark Ruffalo because I think he's awesome. He deserves his
yeah.
own Hulk movie. That's a whole different conversation for a different time.
Yes,
But I think
we'll
having
need to have that talk.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think I think it's gonna be in a cameo way, maybe. I don't think they'll have a lot of
Yeah, because
of
he
meat there. Yeah,
they don't know each other anymore.
correct,
That's the
correct.
thing, right? Like,
Yes,
and so I am just curious to see what that turns out to be. And Marvel, it's got us excited again. And that's
yes.
the thing. Like, it's always, there's it's exactly what we said about Superman, right? Give us a good Superman movie
Mhm.
and we'll love you. It's the same with
I
Spider-Man.
Yep.
You give us
We
a good
try and find
Spider-Man
a way back
movie.
out, but they pull me right back in again, Tex.
Yeah. You do if they do a good Spider-Man movie, you got us. Well, I was gonna say it's kind of the same pressure, but not really at all for the long walk.
Stephen
Yeah.
King has a new movie that's rolling out soon, and it looks very interesting. I'm hooked. The concept alone got me hooked from the first trailer, but we recently got a new trailer. I think it could be the last one before the movie releases, and it shows a lot more of the story. And Tex, dude, just tell me when I can buy my ticket, right?
Yeah, like it was already intriguing because the whole it's a death game, and I've said it on the Morgue many, many times, and I'll say it on Coming Attractions many, many times. Like, I love me a movie about a death game.
Yeah.
It's because you get introduced to a ton of characters who are gonna die, and it's like, okay, how is this
Yeah. Yeah.
movie? h- How is this movie gonna make you love them? And it's like and this new story trailer, like, it's like, oh, okay, we kind of get a better idea of the core group, and like who's basically going to survive to the end, and then we're gonna it's gonna break our hearts whenever we get to the end of this movie. So like
Yeah, it looks like it's
I'm
gonna
in.
be a two-person race, right, by the end of it, but, like,
Yes.
showing the fact one of the contestants' mother is, like, showing up as well, so that
Yeah.
makes it a heck of a lot interesting. I hope the ending doesn't disappoint. I know Stephen King has a thing with the endings being a little lackluster, so I
Right.
do hope the ending of this movie does not disappoint, but, JT Molnir, who wrote Strange Darling and directed Strange Darling, wrote the script for this one. I am a fan of his writing, so I do have faith that this is going to be a nice, tight story with maybe some twists in there. But I'm excited about this one, Tex. The concept, as you mentioned, looks awesome. As you mentioned, we all love a death game here on the Morgue because, as you said, you get a whole cast of characters to kill off at some point, right? That's why we are actually going to go see the long walk. We don't care about the walk. We care to see the journey to the end of the
Yeah,
walk.
I was like gonna say, yeah, it's like it's not the journey but the destination, but it is the journey.
It's the
But
journey,
also
right?
we want a good destination. So yes, we're just gonna be greedy about all of it, right?
Yeah.
It's the same for Keeper.
Oh boy.
We Osgood Perkins. Okay. You yeah,
Go check out the
but
review for the monkey and for long legs. It's in our archives, folks. Osgood
but he
Perkins and the Morgue has a love hate relationship.
yes, because while I don't like his movies yet, and same Arturo will agree, the fact that he's making them is one of those things where it's like, all right, like, and they're coming out fast. Is that a
Yes.
good thing? Is that a bad thing? You're making, like, either way, it's happening, right?
Dude,
So it's like,
like think about it. Longlegs was last year, right?
Yes.
And then he just recently had the monkey
The monkey
earlier
was
this year,
earlier.
right?
Yes. So,
And
like,
now he has a third. That's listen, kudos to him, props to him
yes.
for cranking out the work, man. That's awesome. But what's not awesome sometimes is his stories and how everything turns
Yes,
out.
and it's like, "Oh, is that why?" Like,
Yeah.
maybe, is it because they're coming out so fast that they're a
Does he
little
have a
lacking?
contract with Neon or something? Some kind of like picture deal with Neon?
I don't
It's
know,
Neon
because
just like
it's another trailer where it's like, Tatiana Maslany comes back after being in The Monkey, so good on her. Like, that's one of those, I think, too, like, the more we see his movies, the more we'll likely see her in them, and
yes,
it's great
yes.
because
Yeah.
she is talented,
Yeah, she's
and
awesome. I agree.
like, if that's it, it's the Mike Flanagan of it all. It's the let's bring all my friends and all the people who work with me well and stuff like
Mhm.
that. So I guess we'll just see what this turns out to be. I have no idea. Like, I really don't. I don't know about you, Arturo.
The first trailer makes me a little nervous
Right.
because it reminds
Yeah.
me of his like previous movies a little bit. Blood on the face, screaming woman. Keeper has a
Yeah.
lot of blood on the face, screaming women. So I don't know
Indeed.
exactly what we're in store for here. But you know what though, Tex? Like even though his movies don't hit for me, especially, I do like the fact that he is trying original things. That is one thing I
Yes.
do have to give him props for and a lot of credit for because a lot of people are stuck just rehashing old ideas, rehashing sequels and stuff like that. But Oscar Perkins is out here, whether I like it or not, just dishing
Yeah.
out original horror, man. And that's honestly, thank you for that because we appreciate
Yeah.
that here at the Morgue.
It's the love hate part of it all, right?
Yes,
It's like, we might not like your movies, but we'll love talking about them. And it's much appreciative that, like, you make them in the first place and
yes,
as fast as you do, right? So,
yes.
like, it's kind of the same stage for Shelby Oaks. So the trailer for Shelby Oaks came out, and it was one of those things that we also saw in the theater ahead of, like, I actually saw it not ahead of Weapons recently, but I saw it in some ahead of something else, and I didn't know what it was. But then, it was one of those viral kind of trailers that really took off, and so I guess we're in. Like, it's Neon. It's another Neon, right?
Yeah, I think we saw this trailer in front of I Know What You Did Last Summer.
There you
Um,
go. Yes,
um,
yes.
but yeah, I honestly don't know what to expect out of this movie. I saw the trailer again just to remember what happened because both the Keeper and Shelby Oaks trailers happened like back to back in the theaters, and
Yes,
they
and
kind
they
of
kind of
melded
blended
together
into
a
each
little
other.
bit. Yeah,
Yes.
right. So I'm glad I'm not the only one who felt that way. But Shelby Oaks honestly looks like a straight VOD Shutter movie. I don't really see the story yet, so I am hoping we get something else here. It looks like this the character gets a videotape and there's a mystery behind there or something or other. So listen, I could be pleasantly surprised and I hope I am because
Yeah,
that's only good for us and you guys at home.
it's
But I don't know
exactly
what to
what we were
expect from this
saying.
one. Yeah.
Right? It's exactly what we were saying about Osgood Perkins. Like,
Mhm.
you're making original horror and you're putting it in theaters, so we are going to watch it and support it, and just support it in that sense. Like, as in, yes, we would like more original horror movies in theaters.
Yes,
And
please.
yes, and on top of that, Shelly Oaks is, I think, a YouTuber who's directing it. I forget his name. It's like Chris Stuckman, I believe.
That's pretty
So
cool.
yeah, I mean,
I
just
dig
anyone
that.
watching, yeah, like, someone who not only reviews things, but
Yeah.
actually did out and did the work. Like,
Yeah.
kudos to you. And that's the thing, right? It's like, kudos to you for being able to get yourself out there on
Yeah.
that level. But I hope it's good, because at the end of the day, we also have to, like, watch it and
Yeah.
view it critically
Agreed.
as
But back to what you said though, like, credit to him. And I hope it does turn out well because going from YouTube to like theatrical release is definitely
that's a
like
huge jump. Yes.
several steps ahead. It's not like he went from YouTube to TV or something or YouTube to streaming. It's
Yeah.
a little different.
Like, he's
Especially
going
because YouTubers tend to like jump into like series, like more like TV series, because it's more
right.
what they're accustomed to like in terms of the recording and the episodic nature of what TV is. But I hope this is good. I'm gonna check him out on YouTube to see what's up with his content, to see what we're in store for here. I'm curious if this is based off a short that he did or anything like that. But again, don't know what to expect, like with Keeper. But folks, stay tuned, and we'll be here for you when that movie drops.
Yeah, it's the same for The Conjuring Last Rites. We got a new trailer, and it looks just as messy as the other one,
It looks more like The Conjuring, folks. Man, Tex. Yes, I am, as you guys know, a huge fan of the original Conjuring movie. I think it's one of the greatest
It's
horror movies ever made.
yeah, it's
Um,
legit a top
yeah,
10. Like when
yes,
even like
yes.
amongst multiple eras too, right? Like it's like, yeah, it
It
really
hits hard every single time. It's just the
yes.
story is tight. Everything is well made. Everyone, the whole cast was just on board to make this happen. As that universe progressed, it got a little bit less in terms of quality, right? We lost a little quality. Part two wasn't terrible, but
It
it didn't
wasn't.
have the captivating or and engaging story or characters of part
Yeah,
one.
yeah, and then on top of that, the universe expanded. Of course it did, right? Because it's like, yeah, like Ed and Lorraine Warren basically gave them a universe on a platter, like just the idea, right?
They
And
messed that one up
it's
though.
yes, and so out of that entire universe, we maybe have like two, three really good ones, right? And it's like, and even then, it's like really good, grading on a curve, maybe. But hey, it's still good. Like I will
Yeah,
defend
because
Annabelle Comes Home, right?
yes, I'm glad you
Like
mentioned the curve because based on like Annabelle 3 was really good because the first two were not, and they
yes,
got it right. So I am curious what's gonna happen with the Conjuring Last Rites. This is the fourth Conjuring movie.
because the
The
devil,
Devil Made Me Do It is not too good in my opinion.
yeah, and it was tough too because the Devil Made
Yeah.
Me Doo Doo. It came out at the same time as like it was one of the HBO Max same day releases where
Oh
like yeah,
yeah.
it worked out for Godzilla versus Kong, but like for this one we were like, oh no. So it's like, oh, so you're just dumping movies. like
Yeah, you know what it is though with these Conjuring movies, man? Like a lot of these movies, let me rephrase that. All four of these movies of The
yeah, I
Conjuring
was
are
like
based somewhat on real life events.
right.
What they take from there, in terms of being fact or fiction, is up to interpretation and all that stuff. But this one in particular, apparently, was the Warrens' last case ever, and all that. So they're trying to really amp it up here, as being like, oh my
Yeah,
god,
they're
when we were
they're going
young,
like
we saw this same demon, and now we're back at it again, and it's
it's more the it's more the super Warrens that we've gotten in like
yeah,
where they started developing like powers, like full on like Lorraine's powers have gotten to the point where they've ballooned,
yeah, she's
right?
full
It's
on Jean
because
Grey by now, bro. Right? She's a
yeah,
freak.
and it's because you see, like in Nun 2, it got like super mystical and stuff. So they had to raise it up, and basically, its powers, like it's straight up like we've been talking comic books and stuff.
Yeah.
It's straight up that, right? It's like their powers are getting stronger. The
But you
more
know what
like,
though? I think that's the problem, right?
yeah,
Because
it's
when we
it's it's
first got
ballooned.
introduced,
Like
yes,
yes,
it's
yes.
gotten too I can't say unrealistic because
No,
I don't know the nature of the
it's
story,
just
but
gotten
it's gotten
it's
a little bit too far
grandiose. Like
fetched,
yeah, it
a little
it
bit.
was one ghost in the
Yes,
first one, right?
yes,
It was
yes,
one witch lady,
yeah,
like one witch who did the claps, right? And like it was just one lady who
mhm.
possessed the mother slowly. And like they strayed so far from that by just like, okay, like by the time Annabelle came home, like comes home, it came out, it was like, oh, there
We were
are
ready to
a
go
hundred
home.
yes, there was 100,000 different demons in here, and let's try and make movies. And basically, this is
Yeah,
all to say, like, all of that has impacted the main Conjuring movies, and like it lost that spark that Arturo was talking about. It
yeah.
lost that spirit,
I
and
also
now they're
think
just
Tex, to your point, Tex, I think also we're getting a little tired of the demonic stuff because
yeah,
like
yeah.
so many different, possession movies have been released since the Conjuring came out. Even Insidious
It
started kind of
really,
trailing that
I,
way too,
I think you're so right. It's just we're in a different era now, right? Like we're
Yeah.
in the like just to say, like we're in the Osgood Perkins era. Like unfortunately, like his name might be attached to it because like we're gonna start getting like yeah, like we're gonna like weapons, him is coming out, the Keeper, Long Legs, like all these smaller movies that
Smaller
are
original takes too, on top of
yes,
that.
so that like yeah, it's just a whole new era, right? Like it's like you're and when you're talking about like a demon possession movie, it's like, oh, yeah, it definitely feels
Yeah.
old hat, right?
Honestly, Tex,
I
like
think you're right.
the only possession movie I'm waiting for right now is Mike Flanagan's Exorcist. Honestly, like that's
Yes, and
the
even
next
then,
one. And even then, right? Like we
yeah,
have to like,
even
yeah,
even the
you're right
believer was
about that.
so, yeah, even the believer was so bad that it kind of even like it salted the earth.
Dude,
I
I saw
think
that again recently, right? It's so
so it didn't even
it's not
improve on
good.
like a second viewing. Yeah,
It
so that
got
movie's
worse in second viewing. Like
oh my god.
because when I
Okay.
first saw Believer, I was going in with a clean slate, you know. I
Yes, and
forgave some things, right?
we
You
forgave
remember
a
that?
lot.
Go check
Yes,
out
we
the
did
review,
for
folks, in the I'm in the archive for the Exorcist Believer. We both went in with a clean slate because we knew what to expect. We're like, yo, it's fresh, a fresh take on this stuff. But then what we got was complete doo doo, and then it was
yeah.
worse the second
It's
time around, and it's not good.
it was so bad it salted the earth for exorcism movies because
That's the
after
same
that
thing
we
David Gordon Green did to Halloween, by the way.
yes, like
Salted that earth
yo,
hard, bro.
oh my
The
god,
the
yeah.
ground is sour.
Yeah, and then it didn't help that after that we got oh, this is a conversation for we're gonna have to talk about all this again when we talk about Conjuring.
Oh,
But
for sure.
so just wrapping up the coming attractions here, there's so like Arturo teased in the beginning, King of the Hill is back for season 14. This is a new season of episodes 15 years after the like it ended with Fox, and it's like taking like a decade I think in time since the events of the original show. So like
Yes.
everybody's just basically 10 years older than they were in the original, and it's just great. Like it's on Hulu, and
Dango
like
mano, nego mano.
yeah, like
It's
I
so
tell you
good.
what, I tell you
Oh,
what,
I'll
like
tell
it's
you
just
what. I'm so glad he dropped that boy and right line at least once, right?
yeah.
Oh man. But listen, Tex put me onto this thing. He was like, yo, did you know King of the Hill was coming back? He sent me like a little snippet. It was like a teaser trailer. And I'm like, what
Yeah,
is this? I saw Bobby with a little goatee, and I'm like, no, 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 no. I clicked on it, and I'm like, oh my God. And
yeah.
and then I binged the entire thing. Unfortunately, it's only 10 episodes. I wanted some more. But Tex, I had so much fun watching these
Yeah.
10 episodes. I think I missed King of the Hill so much and I didn't even know.
Yeah,
Hank
it's
Hill
wild,
is
right?
my kind of person. He's so Hank, and I love it. And he's even more Hank now because he comes back from Saudi Arabia, or as Peggy calls it, Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
And like he's working out there doing propane stuff, and then he comes back into Texas, and the country is different. The country is totally different. Everything is not as it used to be, and we have Hank reacting to all these things, and it's absolute gold, folks. Tex, what is your favorite moment out of this new season?
Man, okay, there's just so much. Like you said, there's 10 episodes all on Hulu. Like it's kind of like setting the table. Like Mike Judge already kind of did this with Beavis and Butthead.
Hmm.
And it's like, yo, those new Beavis and Butthead episodes
Oh,
are
so good.
so good. Like it's kind of like they're I think I don't know if it's because like we've matured as people or whatever, but like I think they're better than the older
Agreed.
ones,
I definitely
right?
agree 100%.
Like they feel more complex in terms of like stories and
Yes.
like what they do
Yes.
with them, right? Like it's
Yes.
yes, it's all stupid, but like it's clear that they're characters, like they're so defined.
Yeah, the
And
comedy has definitely um been refined. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
the comedy aspect of Beavis and Butthead and King of the Hill itself. Like Mike Judge found a way to enhance the comedy
yeah,
while updating it and aging it properly. And
yeah,
it's
and
genius.
and that's
Genius.
exactly what happened here. Like
Mhm.
they aged up the characters to like make it new, right? It's not like they're trying to pretend like, that they never went anywhere. And
Exactly.
it's
Exactly.
so smart because yeah, like naturally their voices sound different and stuff like that. Yeah, because you get older, your voice changes. So and that's honestly like it's all perfect. Like the show accounted for that. The show
Yes.
accounted for like the actors sounding different and
Mhm.
like doing different approaches and recasting people that they needed to, like people who've passed
Yes.
on,
And also
and
like the material has gotten older, right? Like there's
yes,
a lot more adult talk because everyone's an adult now. We're not dealing
yes,
with Bobby being 12 or Connie being 12. Now they're adults 21 plus dating and stuff. So we have all those conversations, and it just feels natural, because
Yeah,
certain shows come back and they age the characters out and they start talking a little bit more adult, and it just feels weird. You remember when
yeah.
when FX, or I forgot what channel that was. Oh, Spike TV released Ren and Stimpy. You remember that?
Yes,
The
they
oh,
tried it. What was it? The like super adult show, I think they called it, or something like
terrible,
that. It
dude.
was like
Terrible.
it was gross, and not only that, it was because it's like you mentioned with Beavis and Butthead. Like they whoever did that Ren and Stimpy one, they just didn't know why it was funny, and why like they didn't update it, they didn't change
No,
it, but
it was
and it's
disgusting,
like
honestly.
Mike Judge already proved Beavis and Butthead. Like he made those characters older and found new stories to tell, but then also like they were still Beavis and Butthead. And it's the
Yes.
same thing with King of the Hill. Like Hank is still Hank. Like even though
Yes.
he's older and he's softer on certain things, and but he's more like annoyed with certain things, but he's
Yes.
still Hank.
Yeah.
Bobby is still Bobby. Like he's a
Yes.
full grown adult, but he still like sounds and feels like the Bobby we knew.
Yes.
And
But you know what,
this
Two
is
Tex? Like, this show, it has improved though in terms of its story, as you mentioned. Like, we have
yeah.
more complex emotional beats actually in this
Yeah,
cartoon.
I think that's why they did a binge model too, so they could tell like a serialized story over the course of it, right? Like
Mm.
it's like, yo, like there are things that connected together and like it really hit emotionally.
There were certain episodes that I unexpectedly had to take a pause and a step back because I was like, "Whoa, I did not expect to get hit in the heartstrings like that, Hank Hill. What are you
Yes.
doing to me?" And honestly, like that's just the genius of Mike Judge. He took these
Yeah.
characters we know and love, and he made them better. It's the same thing with the Beavis and Butthead. Funny to say in the same sentence, but like
No, it's just
he found a way to like modernize them appropriately so that like they don't feel weird or awkward. Like with Beavis and Butthead, he found the proper story to tell where it made their characters kind of okay to be in this current space with that whole time warp thing they did, which is genius.
yeah,
Because
it's
that's the
so
only
dumb, but
way
it
it
just
works, right? If
yeah.
these guys, because obviously they haven't changed, they haven't learned anything new. So that works there. But with King of the Hill, you have these characters who have evolved. Like their
Yeah.
stories have evolved, their personalities have evolved, but you still get the same quirkiness, the same fun. Folks, go to Hulu, go
Yeah,
watch
shout out
King
to
of the Hill.
this whole creative team.
Mhm.
I think just favorite moments like I think just anything Joseph. Like I think
Oh
Joseph
my
is my
oh,
favorite
I am
character of
so
this
glad
new
you brought
era.
him up because
Yeah,
Joseph
because
Gribble
he's
was absolutely hilarious. Like,
yo,
because
he
it's
had the
funny because
best lines and
dude, he
like the
did.
best delivery,
Remember
right?
how
Like
Joseph was always so awkward, right? But
yeah.
now, like, his awkwardness still follows him, but like it's cool now?
Yeah, he's so like he's just so funny. Like
Yeah.
whoever like just shout out to the new actor that they got for him too. Like it's because he used to be Breckenmeyer from Clueless. Remember Breckenmeyer?
Yeah, I remember
But
Breckenmeyer.
yeah, I love Breckenmeyer. Shout outs. But Joseph's great. I think he's my favorite of this new era, mostly because it's like there's one scene where he's like jumping into a trash bag, and it's like it's so like it's just
Oh my
good.
goodness. Great, great
Like
episode.
it's
Him and Dale are both doing secret reconnaissance work and stuff for and it's like I don't want to spoil anything of it because it's
yeah,
just
no,
so good.
they're father and son. It's great, man.
So
Like
good, man. Dale's
like
so good.
yeah, it's
Boomhauer's
just
character's gotten way better.
yeah, like they've and then Bill, poor Bill, he's been through it, like
Coach has been
oh
through it, bro. But
yeah,
that's
yeah,
such a Bill thing, though. His whole story is
yeah.
such a Bill story, man. But yeah, folks, go to Hulu and go check out all 10 episodes of King of the Hill. I guarantee you will keep clicking next episode, next episode, next episode, because that is exactly how I did it. It was impossible to peel my eyes away from there. And Tex, thank you so much for that recommendation. And I definitely would like everyone out there to give this show a try. This was Coming Attractions, the Morgue's weekly news show where we break down and dissect the latest and greatest in the world of entertainment. Once again, I am your host, Arturo Padilla, and with me always is my buddy, Nick Valdez. And do not forget to like, subscribe, and share on our YouTube page. That way, and hit the bell. That way you can see when these videos drop. And folks, remember, always remember, it is a scary world out there, but we are here to walk you through it.